What's going on, Cowboy Nation? What's going on? Cowboys get the dub versus the Las Vegas Raiders. And they answer a couple questions. They still have some answers. So they still have some questions that need to be answered. But nonetheless, they answer a couple questions. Trey Lance looking a lot better. And that's what we wanted from the last game. I remember what last week we were saying, hey, all we want Trey Lance to do is just build off of that game and just get better. And that's exactly what he do. And that's exactly what I wanted. And that's exactly what this team needed. Right? And I'm gonna tell you why that's exactly what this team needed. So we understand that Trey Lance is somebody that, as far as like opportunity, as far as his experience, he hasn't had much dating back into his college years. And so so I understand as far as a patient's point of view. I understand how that performance came off last week. Now, as far as early on, right? Early on he had a couple little throws like you know, but then it really started clicking for him because I know he pretty much didn't really play to the second quarter. I don't even understand why Cooper Rush even had that first quarter to begin with. To be honest with you, like, what questions is this man gonna answer? Like, we need to be seeing nothing but Trey Lance. But nonetheless, you pretty much got the second, and the turning point was that last drive. Was about within 5 minutes of the second quarter, and then he capped it off. That was like, all right, he feeling better. He got some confidence. Probably a coach might have reminded him, hey, man, work on that anticipation, work on your ball placement. And then that's when it started clicking. Boom. He started looking like, oh, yeah, he in the groove. Finished with a touchdown. Boom, got the back. Bop, got some more points. At the end of the game, boom, cap off a drive, run it in for a touchdown. That's the type of Trey Lance that the Cowboys would need if he was put in position. Like I said, Trey Lance ain't the dude to throw for 350 a game. That's not him. That's not him. Um, what you're seeing is, but extending plays, find it. Like I honestly think that some of the play call was better suited for him this game than it was last game. Um, but of course, the play caller gonna have to continue to grow with him. But the same adjustment that they made for Dak will have to be the same adjustment that they made for Trey. Now, Trey, all I want from Trey next game is just to continue to get better, continue to improve from this game. That's all, and build from there. I think, let's say for instance, right, if this game was because I actually think this was probably his most important game as a Cowboy, and I'm gonna tell you why. If he regressed and didn't improve this game, they probably would have thought about maybe moving on for him. But the fact that he showed what we wanted as a football player, which is to continue to grow and get better, I think that solidified his spot, and that's what gonna go ahead and be in the back of uh, uh the coach's mind, maybe Jerry's mind, like, hey, what do we got here? Do we might got something here? I honestly gonna stand on it. I'm willing to die on it. I think he got something there. All he needs is just snaps. And these is important snaps and snaps that he hasn't gotten so long. And in all next game, he needs them. Because I just think that Trey Lance, man, could potentially take over. Right? You got a whole nother year where Trey Lance can go ahead and be under some guidance and be under the film, throw in practice. And I think that, you know, by this time next year, if something doesn't happen where he might got to take over this year, man, I think he might got something. I think he might got something. That Harmon kid has impressed me. He wants to run him up. Yeah, I like that. We need to keep number 80 in the chamber. Trash guy. 33 got that pick six and yeah. Harvey would be a real good. Well, Harvey had a chance for that pick six. Harvey though, Harvey been making little splash plays here and there. As far as like, and what I mean by a splash play, not necessarily like like a linebacker. Like you could tell, like he running all over the place. He's sideline to sideline. That's pretty much him. I remember my question was just him and taking on blocks. That was pretty much my question in regards to him. Um, we'll see how he did when I go over the all 22 film. We'll see how he did in regards to that. But nonetheless, you always hear something about Willie Harvey making some type of play these past couple games. So that's a good thing to see. So that might I don't know about him making the 53 or whatever though, but maybe that might solidify him on the practice squad or something. Somebody that's sideline to sideline like that. Why not see another year? See what he can do for another year. You know. But some of the notes that I had wrote down, y'all, was Wanye. Wanye kind of building off of what he did last year, and showing some signs. Wanye pretty much telling Zim, "Hey, I'm making this team. I'm making this team." Uh, some of the things that I seen, I remember seeing Phillips, Jordan Phillips. I had to get back used to him. I'm like, oh, he got number 98. But one thing I seen with Jordan Phillips, I like what I seen from Jordan Phillips. From what I seen from the eye when I kept the eye on him, and I tried to do my best to keep an eye on him his first couple drives. One thing I liked about Jordan Phillips was that he in shape. And the reason why I can tell you like he in shape, not only because he just came back from playing football, but he in shape because the first two drives, he pretty much was in there every single play. And he didn't fizzle down from what I've seen, you know, from watching live, he didn't fizzle down from what I see. So that tells me he as far as game shape, he in it, he ready. So that's a good thing. uh but what I seen from Phillips was I seen some decent things from Phillips though. One thing I like what I seen from Phillips was when he was in one-on-one situations in the run game. I seen him use that off arm and hold that guard up. I was like, yeah, man, that's that strength, man. Uh, you know, that's what this Cowboys team gonna need. I promise you. I promise you, we need somebody that's getting out. It's a shame that Mozzie, I guess he had an allergic reaction. It's a shame that he didn't get no snaps. 'Cause I think today would have been a very important day for Mozzie. This is some important reps that he really needed, but you know, allergic reaction. I mean, it couldn't have been. Uh, Man probably was trying to eat healthy again. Who knows, man? He should have been eating some steaks and stuff. But who knows? I don't know what happened with that. But it was good to see Jordan Phillips get some snaps. And from what I've seen, he did solid. He did solid, man. Uh, Another thing that kind of I took note of that he probably maybe can get in, get some special teams love. Booth, the corner. What was it Clemson? I like how he was up in there making some nice sure tackles from what I seen. I think I seen him in about on a good three of them, if I'm not mistaken. He probably was in on more, but I remember off the dome three, especially that one where he kind of when he chopped them down. Anybody that's gonna come up make some plays like that in regards to sticking your nose in there. Hey man, you got a shot to go ahead and be in there for some special teams, which we need. Uh, since we've pretty much lost a lot of our special team pieces, that was getting down on the field and whether it be at gun or whatever the case may be. So it'd be nice to see if maybe he could replace something. Uh Also, I got to give a shout out to Aubrey, man. That 66-yard field goal, that's impressive. That's very impressive, man. That leg, boy, that boy got a hell of a leg. That's a hell of a weapon, man. If you got a kicker, man, that can make 60 plus and you confident and it's looking like it's almost a sure thing. 60-yard field goal, that's tough. And when it's almost a sure thing, man, that's a weapon, and that's probably a weapon that this team is really gonna need because I honestly think from the talent that we got offensively, I think that we probably might be kicking a lot of field goals, to be honest with you. Unless Dak using his legs, man, I think we're gonna be kicking a lot of field goals, man. Just to put that out there. Uh also running back wise. I seen Royce Freeman on that first carry, man, running behind his pads, not going down on that first initial contact. I mean, that's good to see. That's good to see. Deuce Vaughn was looking real explosive out there. Deuce Vaughn was looking real explosive out there. So that's also good to see. Um, I know some may not have too much faith in Deuce Vaughn, but I still do because I remember my evaluation that I had on him last year. I said that if Deuce Vaughn was bigger, Deuce Vaughn had first round running back talent, and he probably would have went in the first round if he was bigger. And I stand on that. He got talent. He's just small. Some of that explosiveness, making him man, we need that because you can even see from all the other running backs that was there on that field today you can just see that what Deuce Vaughn brings is just something different that ain't none of them got, and you need that, especially if you're lacking weapons on the perimeter. You need that. You need that. Uh, but I see Florida kind of recovered from that early drop that he had on third down, which he should have converted for Trey Lance. But I seen him in there making a couple catches. Also on that offensive line, I think even for what we seen from Guyton and BB, I think you could say that they probably solidified their spot in that starting lineup. Uh, I don't see nobody. There ain't gonna be nobody that take that left tackle spot. And if Adoga was the only competition, he done for. So it's looking like it's Guyton, BB. From the reps that I seen from BB and the reps that I seen from Hoffman, give me BB. BB improved from what he did last week too. Um, Now I'm gonna look at the film, but I don't remember seeing any mental lapses like I did last week. So it looked like he might have improved on that. Now there was a couple snaps that I was missed because I was looking at some other things as well. But from what I seen, I didn't really see any mental lapses like I seen last week. So if that stands true, that's a huge improvement, right? Uh, but BB looked whole lot better with his technique too, and I don't remember seeing any bad snaps. So it looked like BB kind of solidified that spot. Uh, so I guess two rookies so looking like two rookies are what it is, man. And I'm with it. I'm with it. That package with Phillips at one and Rogers at three was looking interesting. Both was playing well. It's looking like we got the better end of that trade. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh I also got to give a little mini shout out to Racy McMath. Shoot, we can use anything, man. Like if one of these little fifth or these fifth, how you can say these little one of these fifth or sixth wide receivers can come up in there and step up and do a little something. Shoot, I'm with that because this team gonna need some wide receivers to step up. Like I said, I seen Tober was out there finally. What's the name? I seen Brooks, man. Brooks had that little drop. He should have caught that. And Florino was out there, but even though, even though I'm higher on Brooks than I am Tober, man, it'll be nice if another wide receiver can step up. But I don't know if that's the case. Like I said, this team might got to go get another one. I'm just not confident. Like I'm just not confident in the supporting cast at the wide receiver position, to be honest with you. And then I seen what was a couple of days ago. I seen Cooks get banged up. So, hopefully that ain't the start of nothing. Like these boys is not practicing. Like, see, one thing I respected though, what that Raiders coach did, Pierce, man, was, hey, man, he played his. I seen Crosby out there, like he played his boys, and I'm like, we can't be scared to play these people because they need the reps. You know, they need the timing, and they coming in here thinking the first game, like, yeah, we got some vets though, but trust me, like they really need they need some reps, man. They needed some reps. Uh, with that blocking though, with the blocking though, hey, I ain't gonna lie, there was what was it on one of them runs? I think Schoonmaker he didn't get called for no holding. I think like when he kind of was when he broke outside, I forgot the run. I forgot who was running the rock though, but he held at the end. But we ain't gonna worry. Hey, if it ain't called, we ain't worried about it though. But one thing I didn't see, like when I paid attention to the tight ends, right? Like, and I'm talking about the unit as a whole, the tight end unit kind of looked like it was a little bit struggling on run blocking. They wasn't getting that pop. They wasn't sealing the way that I would like for them to. So, I'm gonna go back and look at that on the film. But yeah, I didn't see too much encouraging things in regards to them tight ends blocking today. It's a good thing that Ferguson is a good blocker though, but it'll be nice to have your second and your third being able to go ahead and block too. And I don't know like who gonna be I mean, Schoolmaker definitely gonna be in the mix, so we're gonna have to rely on that though. But who the third is it gonna be Hendershot again? Because Stevens ain't did nothing to for you to be like, oh yeah, man, because people was having hope for him to go ahead and step up and I ain't seen that'd be in the case, so it might be Hendershot again. Who knows? But overall, I think the questions that were answered for me were: Are offensive players getting better? Lance, BB, uh, Guyton. I mean, Guyton pretty much, like I said, Guyton thing is just getting stronger, but he's been his technique wise it's been looking pretty much solid for the most part. I think sometimes it look a little shaky because his placement, whether it be like hand placement or just strength wise in general. Like if you lacking in the strength department at times, like it ain't gonna look as clean as it should be, right? So it'll be interesting to see how Guyton does when we start going against these real boys, especially Miles Garrett in the beginning. Because I was seeing like what's his name that they was talking about during practice when he was going against Verse. Like they showed the reps that he won, but they also said that Verse was dogging him out too. So it's just like I said, it's just a hit and miss, right? It's the ups and downs of a rookie at that left tackle position. But overall, Guyton gonna be fine though. We just got to go through a whole lot of ups and downs with these rookies that we got, with these new players we got. Oh, I also got to give a also look, I got to give there was one play that I liked the intent. I thought he could have did better in making the play, but I liked the intent. And as Maris Lil foul, it was at the beginning of the game, and I believe it was the guard. I think he pulled and he filled it, and he came through like a missile, and he filled it. He made contact. I don't remember seeing that at all last year, so it was good that Zim is coaching that, and I like the contact. Shit, linebacker, shit, you got to hit. There ain't no other way around that. You got to hit. And Louis foul at that time. He brought some pads, so that was good to see. I also see what's his name, man. Uh, a couple plays. Marshawn against the run was pretty solid. That was pretty solid. I like that. It just is what it is at this point, man. Like Um, we just need to go ahead and get the reps as it is. My boy, what you call it, man? My boy, Viliamo for Hoku. Um, as much as I like him personally, for what he's done so far, he might got to slide down to that practice squad. I don't think I think them asking him to put some weight on last year has affected him a little bit, and then him starting off at D tackle and then coming back to his better spot at D end, he making that back adjustment. Either way, shit, you ain't got that time, and also you ain't got that time because this is a perfect opportunity for you to show your stuff. And even though he was in on a couple plays, though, I think honestly I've seen better last year, and I think he can do better. So unless he just have an amazing third preseason game, he probably going to the practice squad. But at least what I've seen from Marshawn is that he gonna give me some effort in the run game, right? And a lot of the times our battle was, especially last year, was effort, heart, technique, you know. And even though like we lost some talent last, because we lost some talent, y'all. We lost some talent. Even though we lost some talent, one thing I can say is that they're gonna try. Zim is not gonna allow them to not try. It's gonna be different. They're gonna try. Um, Corners, I'll be honest with you. I didn't pay too much attention to the corners. So when that all 22 pop out, I'll probably look at them some, see how they did. More of Eric Scott, because it'd be nice if Eric Scott can go ahead and step up. But in these two games, I ain't really seen too much from Eric Scott. I mean, he could have been real sticky, icky today, but I ain't really seen like too much of Eric Scott be like, yeah, he could put him in the mix, right? Because this would have been a bite. What you got for the team this year is a whole bunch of chances for these young players to step up and take a spot and show. This is the perfect, like the way the Dallas Cowboys is built, right? This is a perfect opportunity for hella young people to go ahead and snatch a rotational spot because of the makeup of this team and what they're trying to rely on. Jay Bird, what's going on, my guy? Uh yeah, this would have been this was a perfect opportunity. Some is taking some is taking advantage of the opportunity, and some ain't. Some ain't. You know. Uh, Also, it'll be nice like I see Israel back. Man, I kind look. I'm kind of rooting for Israel to a certain degree because of the versatility that Israel's seen, and I'm just trying to figure out like how Israel come off of two solid playoff games and then the next year don't play, right? Like that's got to be discouraging on Israel, right? And I don't, to be honest with you, I don't think it had nothing to do with Israel. I think it had everything to do with Dan Quinn, you know, and seeing him in the mix. I see every time Israel in the mix, whether it be at practice or even in the game today, I see him always make a play on the ball, right? So it'll be nice if Israel can come over there and get some love, especially since he a versatile type player. It'll be nice to see Israel, get some rotation in that corner if needed. Special teams, maybe slide in on one of these dollar packages or something like that. Shit, it'll be nice to see something like that, right? But yeah, I was trying to look for my boy Morgan saying see something, but I'm gonna have to check on the all 22. A lot of this stuff, I'm gonna have to really watch this all 22, y'all. And I'm gonna really, really like pay attention. It might take me a little bit because I really, really want to focus in and see like all these players, certain players, because I think this game was very important. Because I don't think the third game, these young players gonna play. But these first two games was like the most important one because now it's like they already got their evaluation. Now they preparing for the season. So if you didn't show your stuff in the first couple of games, it's kind of hard, especially since we ain't got them 4 preseason games. So it's like shoot, even though every preseason game matter, like even though we running with the young bucks, it ain't like they already don't have a good idea of who they want up in there. Is more likely of filling in at the bottom half of your roster and then maybe to compete for a couple rotational pieces like like defensive end. Like that was for the big competition, but at the end of the day, that was morally competition for like your fourth, fifth defensive end, right? So that's an opportunity for Ghosting and for Hoku to battle that out, because we already got our defensive ends. Tank, if you want to count Micah in there, Carl Lawson, Marshawn Nealon, right? Them the ones that's gonna be in the mix. So everybody else is fighting for that last little rotational spot. Maybe a quick activation here, quick activation there. And Ghosting, even though I see Ghosting sometime, the times I see Ghosting, he be doing okay. It ain't nothing that stands out to me. And ghosting, like I said, ghosting and Fahoku, I ain't gonna lie. Like both of them has been done a great disservice from Dan Quinn. Like them two is no three techs. And for them to go ahead and be played at D tackle, that's like hindered their growth. That was a waste. It's just like Mozzie Smith, like for him to lose all that weight, that kind of sets him back a lot, you know? And then like he missed some, like even though we're probably banking on him at this point in time, like these reps today was very important. Like I wish that he got these reps today to like see, like, all right, come on, is she getting better? Like, well, I wanted to see that, you know. And to be honest with you, if he recovers, I don't care if you banking him or not. He needs to play a quarter next game. He needs to play at least a quarter. He missed some reps. So he got to get that back. That secondary is wicked all the way down the depth chart. Yeah, that's probably one of the best. That's probably one of the better things about this team, especially with Wanye, uh, Hook. You got Wilson, Bland, Lewis, Diggs. Man, I'm gonna have to put. To be honest with you, I'm putting Mukwamu in the mix at that other DB. At that fourth corner or whatever. I'm putting, like, why wouldn't you put a corner slash safety in the mix at that? Man, he showed me enough to put him in the mix over Eric Scott and anyone, even the rookie. I'm putting Mukwama on the mix, and if they want to add one, it's out of them. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna roll with their rookie over. Well, that's something to be, because I'm pretty sure they want to go take both, and also I'm pretty sure they might make a move to keep both on the team, because that will suck to go ahead and get rid of the rookie Eric Scott after you done moved up and gave up some resources in the fourth round just to go up and get him, because evidently you believed in him, and then you spent the resource on a rookie. So I mean that will suck, but shoot, they're gonna have to find a way. They're gonna have to find a way to carry these bodies, y'all. You know? But yeah, man, that's my quick little analysis on kind of some things that stood out to me. I'm gonna get in on this film session, and I'm gonna be able to go ahead, and after I finish, I'm gonna be able to give you more in depth and let you know piece by piece on what's going on, who answered these questions, uh, who needs some work, shit, damn near who might get cut. So we'll talk about all that as soon as I finish, as soon as I watch this film session. But all right, y'all, I'm ready to call it a night, get up out of here. Till the next time, y'all. We gone.